Hi everybody, Biff the Tent Guy here. We're going to do a patch on the Aurora Fabric. And one of the things about the Aurora Fabric is because it's so highly translucent, when you put a patch on it, it creates a dark spot. So people are going to say, hey, what's that up there on that tent? Is there a hole in the tent? And so what we're going to do is we've cut our patches to look like a leaf. So as you put this on the tent and patch the tent, it's going to resemble a leaf, and that way hopefully the customers won't ask why that dark spot is up there on the tent. So hopefully it'll alleviate some of those problems. We're going to hold this up and get some heat under here before we start applying pressure to get it down. And then we're going to work through each of the ends of the leaves to get that lifted up and get the proper heat under there so that we can start getting the adhesion we need to make the patch valid. And once again, it's just working around, applying heat till you see the fabric starting to loosen up, and working with the roller, applying stiff downward pressure, and you'll get a good seal all the way around. You also want to remember not to put any sharp lines in your leaves. You don't want to have anything that's got a point to it, because that's going to be the easiest part to get lifted up in the end. So there you have it. I'm going to put a little more in the middle here just to get some, and you can see when that vinyl is heating up, and then you apply pressure with the roller, and that should get you everything you need. And there we got a leaf patch. Now we're going to talk about glue patches. The best thing to do is use the HH66 cement, which is available on Amazon or at Anchor or any awning shop nearby where you live. Anybody that does any sort of fabric repair should have HH66 cement in stock. First thing you want to do is, after you've cut your patch, we're going to do another Aurora patch. Put that patch down on the fabric. Draw lightly around the outside of the patch so you know the area that needs to be glued. And then, just like fixing an inner tube, to quote a good friend of mine, you're going to apply glue to the tent top and to the bottom of the patch, and then let them dry a little bit. But having that drawing has now given me an outline of where I need to get the glue and not beyond, because when this glue dries and gets some UV exposure, it will turn yellow, and then that's just going to make your top look really ugly. So you want to stay away from that. Over here in the separate work area, I can go as far around the outside of this as I want, because this is not going to be touching the tent top where I'm doing this. Then we just want to let this sit for a minute to get a little dryness to it, sort of opaqueness, so the shininess goes away. And then as soon as that's done, you put the two together and you got a good seal. So I'm going to take the patch now, it's got the glue on it, and apply it right to the tent top where I've marked it. And once that's in place, you don't want to try and monkey around or make it move, and just lightly roll over this. Apply some pressure with your palm. And you're good to go. There we have it. All right, one of the last things we want to talk about is, as you're doing these repairs, you want to make sure that you don't hold this in place too long, or you're going to have catastrophes. What I mean by that is, if you hold this here too long, you can see it start to bubble like that, and then you see the burn marks. And now we've gone all the way through the fabric, and now we've created a hole, which has created new problems. So you'd have to cut all that out and then put a bigger patch over it, or send it back to Anchor for us to do what we call a plate patch, where we put a big piece of fabric over this and weld it on all four sides.
Hi, my name's Mike with Anchor Industries, and today I'm going to talk about small tent repairs. Something to remember is material has two laminated sides, and basically what we're going to do is heat the laminated side and push it over the damaged area. Now I'm going to flip it over and do the other side. Okay, once we finish that, we like to paint it, and what we'll do is take some high gloss white paint, spray a little puddle into a cap or a container, and then we use the end of a zip tie, and we'll use that to cover up the area that we heated up. And also note it's two sides, so we have to cover both sides. And that's how you do small tent repairs. With larger holes in some of the fabric that we have to fix, we do a heat seal patch. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate now. You want to make sure you get your heat gun underneath the patch and in between the material. And that's how that's done. So after the heat seal patch, you'll notice it's kind of smooshed out and we've got some of the block out showing. So what we'll do is we'll just put a spot of spray paint on there and cover that up. Get a little bit started. And then once that dries, we'll hold the can up about 2 foot and we'll kind of mist it. And then that'll kind of take some of the sheen off of it and it'll match the material perfectly.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate you tuning in. Those are just some simple tricks of the trade that we wanted to show you today, and hopefully they will help you as you move forward into your business and have some problems with your fabric, whether it be sidewalls or tent tops.